Hey guys, this is Karthikeya Kantwal from Apex FinServ and I'm back with your daily dose of charts for tomorrow's trading session. As usual, we have equity trades and the index outlook for tomorrow. But talking about the watch list that we had for today's trading session, we had two triggers. One closed in the red and slightly in the red about 0.2 0.3% if you consider 315, and the other one hit the stop loss, which was Jubilant Foods, if I'm not wrong. So as per the watch list, it was a red day, but on the indices, once again, I told you to trade the break of the range that we had on the indices, and on Bank Nifty that worked out really nicely. On Nifty it worked as well, but it was slightly a bit difficult to catch. But if you were using the charts for Bank Nifty, you could have got about 300 400 points very easily on Bank Nifty. So all things considered, it was a good green trading session for us, and I hope the same goes for you as well. Without wasting much time, let's move on to the equity trades for tomorrow. The first one that we have is Hindalco, where we have a very aggressive buy position planned for a long at 233, considering the recent up move or the recent swing leg from 220 to about 230. So we're going to go for somewhere in the middle point of that swing point at 223, stop loss at 220, and ideal targets 1% on the upside. Seeing the recovery that metals had today, I'm pretty positive on this trade. Slightly aggressive, but I have high hopes. The second is Axis Bank, where again we have an aggressive long position because the option chain on Bank Nifty, to be honest, is pretty bullish right now, and the charts too are bullish. So I assume that the banks are going to pull tomorrow. So we have a long plan at the nearest demand zone that we have at 615. Also, a previous demand zone, as you can see. Stop loss at 605 and ideal targets 1% on the upside. The third is Sipla, where we have a short position planned at 755, stop loss at 765. The reason being it's a previous supply zone. It has been acting since the last two interactions and it should act again. The fourth trade that we have is M&M Fin, where we have an aggressive short position. The reason being we have had a big selling pressure in the last 1 hour or in the last 2 hours even. So this swing high that we have at 170 also happens to be the recent high, yeah, ever after the since March. In fact, March mid se leke abhi tak it's never actually touched that, even in the big market recovery that's happened. So it seems to be acting as a really strong resistance at this point. So we're going for an aggressive shot at 170, stop loss at 173, ideal targets 1% on the downside. The final is ACC, where we have a long position planned, range pehle tha ceiling break. We traded this range break as well. What we have for tomorrow planned on ACC is a long at 1685, stop loss at 1665, and ideal targets 1% on the upside. Now moving on to the indices, starting with, as usual, the first one that we have is Nifty. Now on Nifty, I told you yesterday we trade the break of the range that should give you rewarding trades. Today we had a gap of opening, so the range ka break to tha, but there was actually no clear entry unless you are using a smaller time frame like 5 minutes or 3 minutes. But anything above that, there was no clear signs until at least in the entire morning session. It was slightly difficult to trade. But for tomorrow, I would say every pullback till 13,025 or 13,000 is a good entry for longs, with the stop loss going under the previous zone at 12,950. The option chain may resistance you have immediate is pretty far away at 13,300 with 391,000 added contracts. Significant resistance at 13,400 with 160,000 added contracts. On the support side, you have immediate at 13,000 with a massive 2.6 million added contracts or positive change in open interest, which is really nice, or not nice rather, but really strong, considering that it's not even expiry yet, it's just Wednesday, with significant support coming in at 12,900 with 881,000 added contracts. Now support may, as you can see, the writing is very hefty, whereas on the opposite side resistance are far and few, so it's at least about 150 200 points come move I can see in the coming 1 or 2 days. But let's see how it goes, because the PCR is at a very bearish 1.04, which means that a lot of more puts have been bought than calls. The option buyers are pretty much betting on the fact that these recent swing highs are not going to be sustained, but the option writers are screaming that it'll be sustained. So it's writers versus buyers. Let's see how it goes. On Bank Nifty, again we have one problem, that is fresh market highs, so the zone placement becomes slightly iffy. But I would suggest every pullback till 29,700 or 29,600 on the aggressive side can be a good safe long entry. If you want a safer one, you can go for longs at 29,400, but definitely no aggressive shorts right now. On the option chain side of things, you have resistance immediate at 30,000 with total 990,000 standing contracts or standing open interest. significant at 30,300 with 74,000 added contracts. On the support side, you have immediate at 29,700 with 143,000 added contracts. Significant at 29,500 with 335,000 added contracts. So on Bank Nifty, to be honest, I think that 30,000 touch karna is not a big deal right now. And every pullback till I guess 29,700, 29,600 can be confidently bought. But let's see how it goes tomorrow. Now this marks the end of today's video, guys. All these charts, since 2 days I have been discussing the indices, I have been focusing more on indices, and I have been telling you again and again that the charts have been working, the analysis has been working, the market has been gifting us, and I hope that you are sharing those gifts as well. As usual, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment as well, and press that bell notification icon too. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please check out our Telegram channel as well at the rate Apex Fin. So we upload everything there for you. I hope you have a wonderful green trading session tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.